was
What
talking
gripes you
about
got with
ending.
Trump?
Well, he said no income tax. That's what I knew that was a far reach and far fetched,
Yeah,
proposal, but it sounded good.
yeah.
Um, so there was some other things like
How do you
I don't
feel
like him.
about
I don't
how?
like him on the guns. I don't really like this DC shit that he's doing.
Yeah, what's up with that?
So I talked to the libertarian homies. I talked to Jeff. I talked to Maj about it. And I'm like, so how do you guys, even look at this type of shit? And he was like, yo, it's obviously overreaching of the government. And so I was like, yo, what is the solution then? If it's not, the feds coming in or a bunch of like, increasing of policing and shit like that, like what is the actual solution? He was like, yo, actually have the police go after the murderers and not the people that look like you think look like the murderers, like the people who are actually harming people, the people like the murderers, the kidnappers, the traffickers, all of these people. You need to attack them. But a random 18-year-old standing on the corner smoking a blunt with a gun on his hip, he's not committing any crime. There's no part of the Constitution that says you need a gun license to have a gun. It says you have the right to bear arms. So it's like when it comes down to the liberty side of it, I'm not really with it. Now, when it comes to certain things on the ground, having people react to particular things, I can see how it can help. Honestly, it's similar to the crime bill. A lot of people talk about it negatively today, which is, cool or whatever. But back when it was being proposed, everybody wanted the crime to go down in the 90s. This is, the crack era, violence is at all time high, gang violence, all this other stuff. So people did want an end to the violence, to the drugs, and all this other stuff that was happening in the neighborhoods, especially the inner cities. But it again, when you have now you policing, but then now you're getting into over policing to where now you're criminalizing people who would otherwise not be criminals.
So there's two ways to look at this: long term or short term. Short term, this is a great move by Trump.
Right.
Short term. Long term, it's like, oh, he's kind of setting a precedent here. This is definitely unconstitutional. But if it was Hotepistan, this Hotepistan is definitely sending the National Guard out. We
We
fucking you up on
exiling them.
sight.